I love the fact that like we have all these ideas for sketches that involve going to karaoke.
They're just all being angry.
It's so fucking funny. Yeah, dude, I love that they have like the American Sign Language people at like rap concerts and they get super hype. My fucking...
Oh, are we recording? Oh,
yeah, it's going. You press the button.
Left, right, left, get on up, get on up, get on up, right, left, 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 right, left, get on up, get on up, get on up, forward Mars. Y'all niggas ain't ready for these three
Fuck
bitches,
yeah,
my
dude.
shit, 24/7, drop.
What is this 2003 rap? Is this Waka Flocka era?
This might even be like 99 2000 era, I think.
Maybe I'm a boomer, but I think that the best era was that Lil Wayne Waka Flocka era. But what's funny is Waka Flocka is more of a gentleman, and he literally is just like, no, I made all this shit up. I'm not even a gangster. And he's like the only person with honor in the music industry.
Yeah, he's just honest. He's like,
I love Waka Flocka, dude. I'll fucking stand by that. I bang Waka Flocka all day.
Does he even put out albums anymore?
No,
he just kind of tours, right?
You know what's funny is he actually does DJ shit now. He does. I don't think he raps, but he makes like music and he produces music. Cause that's the whole thing. Is like he was like, I think it was a joke for him, but he's never openly said it. I mean, there was something back in the day where they were like, he would wear red all the time, and then they're like, he's not a blood, oh, he's a blood. And then he was just straight up just like, yeah, I'm not a blood. And then people were like, oh, fuck this guy, oh, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, at the end of the day, he made fucking bangers. Like, he had like, if you look up his discography, he has literally like 20 albums, and he's only been a musician for like fucking...
Hell yeah.
Because he was like, anybody can make this shit, and he really did. But like, every fucking song was a banger.
The fucking mixtape after mixtape.
Hell yeah.
His full name was Wakanda Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah, Wakanda flock of seagulls son, because the sun is the biggest flame in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. But it's funny story about Waka Flocka Flame is the only reason I know that he doesn't really do rap anymore is me, Mike, and Sean, we were going to go to I was like, oh shit, Waka Flocka Flame is coming to Chicago, but he was opening for Shaquille O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
We got the tickets and they're like $25 a ticket, and it was during NBA Heat, and I guess like all these basketball players were in town, and I guess he was like, yeah, I'm going to do this thing. So we were at this club, and it was literally just like all white people there, and like I was like, dude, like Waka Flocka Flame's coming up. I came here for him. And he was on stage, and like I wanted to get up close to see him better, and I like kind of moved through people, like what you do at concerts.
Mm-hmm.
And like some lady got pissed off and like pushed me back, and then like I like went around her and went in front of her anyway, and they like called security, and they're like, oh, like you guys need to fucking leave. And then that pissed me off because I was already drunk.
Of course.
And I didn't even like...
You pulled the Bobert on him.
I did, dude. I pulled the Bobert. I did. And I was pissed off, and I almost fought the security guard. But it was like I was the only person hype at the fucking Waka Flocka Flame concert, and like it was at like a small venue.
Nobody was appreciating.
There wasn't really
what they
any.
were seeing.
There wasn't really that many people there. I thought that like it was Shaquille O'Neal was there. He was DJing as Diesel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was like at this like high scale bullshit place.
He was DJing as Steel.
I guess, yeah.
He had the costume on.
He did. He had the whole costume on. He was Kazam. and in between sets, he changed from that to Kazam. I didn't even get that far, though, because I went there for Waka Flocka, and then, like, he went on and did 2 songs, and I was like, I want to get up closer. It was like, it wasn't like we had seats or anything. It was just like...
It's like a club.
It's like a club thing, and he was there, and I, like, kind of moved around people, and some lady moved. I guess she spilled her drink or some shit, and then, like... Because, like, and she fucking, like, literally, like, pushed me, and I got pissed off, and I, like, went around other people, and I went in front of her, and then she called security, and then they're like, oh, well, they said that you pushed this lady, and I was like, no, I didn't fucking do that. And then, like, I got kicked out, and then like Mike and Sean left. And that was gay. And then I was pissed off, and I almost fought the security guy.
Yeah.
And then I left because I was drunk. And then Sean got mad at some guy because like after that, like while I was mad at the security guy, what took my attention away from the security guy was Sean almost fought a taxi driver because the taxi driver almost hit him.
Hell yeah.
And then I was like, what the hell's going on over here? Like, I don't care about Waka Flocka anymore. He
Nothing
was-
like a good fucking just drunk stupid shit happening night.
It was, but like I was disappointed because Waka Flocka Flame wasn't even hard in the paint. He was like doing just like gay electronic music.
Yeah.
And he didn't even look like Flocka. He was just like he looked like a hipster guy. You know?
Well, that's his thing.
But it's like, yeah, he's the best rapper out there. I mean, like, if he came out with a new album today, I'm sure it would fucking like it would be like if I think it would be like if like what is it? Kanye released an album.
Yeah.
I think it would. I think people would receive it well. And if it was just as ignorant as the old shit, that was my appeal of it, because he was very fucking ignorant in his music. He was just like, he got to the point, you know. He's just like, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head till you're dead. Beep. Like
He did use that beat a lot.
but well, on the radio edit. Or they change it to like Ninja and
There
shit.
were so many songs like that where it's like, why are you even playing this on the radio? Because half the song is just and then I took my apple salad. Yeah, and then I went to beep. But it's just that for an hour.
He's like, I went to the store. Oh, this is the rap song. Yeah, I went to the fucking store and I got myself a bitch. Bitch. It was literally the best era of music.
Yeah, that's a good song. You gotta stop it with that.
Hit
You
the
have
end
to use
button.
the N word to
Yeah,
stop
the
it.
N button. No, but literally, I fucking love Waka Flocka Flame. And then like it was funny because I used to be I still am the whitest fucking person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why black people like me, because then I like mention black culture stuff, and then they're like, oh fuck, you know about Flocka? You know about fucking Flocka? And I was like, dude, yeah, I fucking love I fucks with Flocka.
Oh, speaking of fucking black people, I was at work that had VH1 on,
Yeah.
and I was
That's still a thing?
yeah, but here's the
Wow.
thing. VH1 basically morphed into like, I called it light skin BET.
Really? So it's just like
it's all like pretty much like black centric shows. It's like who's that like I Love New York or whatever.
they used to play Martin in like 2013.
I think they probably still do. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck are we watching? And it was like, oh, it's VH1 because it was like some, I think it was like a Medea movie was on or some
yeah.
shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
We were talking about it. It's like, dude, like that dude tries so hard to like be fucking Eddie Murphy, and he'll
Tyler
never get.
fucking Perry, yeah.
Dude, yeah, his woman character is not as good as the other ones, and I think that's why he makes so many movies, because he's like, I want to be an icon like Mrs. Doubtfire or RuPaul. Like, he gets mad when he watches RuPaul Drag Race. He's like, I could win this. Medea could win this.
Medea could do it.
I think that like they should do a celebrity RuPaul where they have those, like they have Eddie Murphy and fucking and Big Mama's House, Martin Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Martin Lawrence? Yeah, that was Martin Lawrence, right?
Yeah, Big Mama's House, yes.
Well, they dig up Robin Williams and put him on strings, and
Mhm.
they're just like, oh, Mrs. Doubtfire. Eddie Murphy for sure, but then there's too many black guys. White people don't really do the cross-dresser thing. Now that you mention
Well,
it.
just in libraries to children.
Yeah, just in libraries at children. That is true. That is true. That's very true. But at least they don't fucking grope each other during the performance. You know, they at least respect the performance. The children at the drag shows. They
I
don't.
don't know, man. I've seen Beetlejuice and I get hard every time.
Hell yeah, dude. When I see the goth girl with with zero frame,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
bro. I can't wait to fuck that bitch. That's why I was mad that Beetlejuice was just like, I'm into this girl, because the wife of the guy was much hotter than
Gina Davis. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, she was much hotter than the fucking.
You ever seen Long Kiss Goodnight?
No.
Oh, she's so hot in that movie.
A long kiss goodnight would just be like sex before bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a softcore porno. This movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna kiss your vagina with my penis
I'm gonna
for a while.
I'm going to inflate your vagina with my air from my lungs, and you're gonna come from that. I'm gonna blow you up your pussy from the inside.
Dude, there's chicks that get into. Isn't there like inflation fetish? That's got to be a thing.
One was someone close to me. I'm not gonna say any names, but I think you know who it is. But I've had this before. One of my past things, and one of my things is I've had somebody that was like, oh, well, they want me to fart on their face, but it's like obviously a person isn't going to have the farts to do it. Like do natural, like you can't. There's no beans that you can eat where you can fart on command. So they would inflate my ass with the air from their lungs. And then you ever do that when like you fuck with your dad's air compressor and then you like put it in your armpit and make fart noises or like, yeah, and you inflate your ass with your dad's air compressor? You
Same
ever do that?
logic, yeah.
It's the same logic, dude, but except the person uses their mouth but they blow in it and then you make like monster farts in the person's face.
That's cool.
And then it's just like, and then they fucking love that.
Hell yeah.
But they're just not as stinky. It's not a Juan.
Well, who are we talking about? Who we talk about this?
Well, it's. I don't even know why we got him this
How
topic.
did we get into that?
But I think it's funny, the idea of farting in a person's face.
It is very funny.
It is
I
funny.
agree.
Well, I think it's hot that a person would appreciate their air that much because it's not like it's my fart. It's their breathing into my ass and then I make the noise. But they appreciate the nice singing that comes from the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't even know if I consider that sex. Because that's just something you do to someone when you bully them, right?
I mean, yeah, that is kind of that is kind of funny.
Like, if I was a kid and I got in trouble for farting in somebody's face and they're just like, well, we're going to charge you with a sex crime. I'd be like, for what? Like, what did I do?
Come on.
Yeah, come on. What are you talking about? I was just fucking with the fag kid. I just wanted to blow a fart in his face for not being on varsity.
Yeah, sex crime? What the fuck? I just shaved his pubes.
Were you in any sports growing up?
Yeah, I did baseball. I did football for like 1 year, and I was like, nah, this isn't gonna be good.
You did Pee Wee Herman.
I did Pee Wee Herman. I did basketball and volleyball.
You got cut from the basketball team for not being a black man, right? Because you went to the inner city high school.
Well, I didn't play in high school. I played up until 8th grade.
But still, you were in the inner city, though. And
yeah, but back in grammar school, when I was growing up, it was still just all like basically Polish and German kids, like a bunch of fucking immigrant.
Well, a lot of white kids.
Yeah, so it was all white kids, and then we had the bus that brought in like 3 black kids. So it was like my 3 black friends, and like all through grammar school.
Because you were friends with them because you're cool as shit.
Obviously.
But
yeah.
everyone else was just like, it was like American History X, and they saw you hanging out with the black kids and playing basketball with them, and then they were like, we got to rape them.
Well, I just remember that the one kid, shout outs to Carl Hill Jr., was our starting point guard, and it was like...
he could dunk in Mills.
Yeah, but like... You know, I don't know. It was like the rest of the starting squad's all white, and then it's like Carl. We're like, well, yeah, he obviously.
That's the Michael. Everyone's just like, you're Michael Jordan of the team, and then he as a kid, he's like, I don't see how that's racist, and then he grows up, he's like, that's kind of fucked up.
But I just remember if we'd play like other teams that had like black kids on, I'd be like, God damn it. Like, it's gonna negate Carl.
Nobody's ever told like the black kid on the basketball team that he plays like Larry Bird. You know?
Nah, right?
Yeah, nobody said.
You got a real Bird attitude about it.
They like. There's not really many white players in basketball, which is okay. Like I understand it because you got to be. You know, it makes sense for.
There
the
is.
game.
I will like. I don't watch as much anymore, but there is a weird mix of like European players now. Like fucking that. What's his face? He just won. Is it?
LeBron James?
No, Nokovic or something like that. but he's like from Poland and shit, and he's like, I want to go back home. They were like, what are you gonna do after you win the finals? He's like, I'm going back home.
I'm going to Poland to do American Idol out there and do blackface.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, all the footage of him from TMZ is he's just at like fucking like baby showers and weddings, and they're doing like the chicken dance. He's like, oh, don't.
He's having a good time.
He's just loving his life.
Who was the football guy that fucked up his leg like right away?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that guy's a dickhead too, isn't he?
He fucking sucks.
He's like people are like, keep your politics out of sports, like the Trump guys. But the second that like they're just like, I don't like vaccines and I don't like fucking poor people. They're just like, that's his right to say that. I don't understand. Yeah, like they'll be like, Colin Kaepernick will just like, like he's just like, yeah, my leg's tired, I'm gonna put my leg down, and then he does that, and then people are just like, he hates America. And then like this guy fucking, he's just like, I hate I'm not going to take a vaccine, and everyone in America should. It's like during the pandemic.
Yeah, and this guy's a patriot.
Yeah, dude, and they're like, this guy's
no, he's not. He's a fucking Packer, you dipshit.
Yeah, he's a Packer, and then he just blows out his knee right away.
Well, the funniest about that is they paid so much money because he got traded to the Jets or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they did.
And he literally didn't make one play.
He didn't, dude. He blew his shit out right away.
He had it was 4 downs. The first 3 he got like blitzed, and then the fourth one he got sacked and broke his leg.
Yeah, dude. I bet he wishes he had the vaccine now. I bet if he had the vaccine, his leg wouldn't.
His leg definitely would have survived.
Yeah, it wouldn't have fucked up, and he would have been able to play for fucking. He would have been Tom Brady too.
Mm-hmm. He got COVID Achilles.
What was it, Brett? Wasn't it? How long was Brett Favre played until he was like 50 and
he
shit?
Played for
right?
a long fucking time. Yeah, he probably played until he was like 45.
That's so lucky, dude. That's such a, and it's funny because it's like, when you play golf, you can do that sport fucking forever, but it's like
they literally have a senior league.
Yeah, they do. They do, dude. Like, and they suck your dick forever. Well, not even a senior league. Like they have some guy. I don't know his name, but he wears like kick-ass clothes every time, and he looks like the guy from Jurassic Park. That's like, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Oh, John Daly.
Yeah, the guy with the white beard.
That's John Daly. He's a hero in my eyes.
He does, and he goes up there. He's wearing like fucking the coolest Hawaiian shirt in the world. He's like clearly drunk, and he's like the only person out there that's like drinking beer, and like, his cart has like cool shit. He's like the Guy Fieri of golf. Mm-hmm. I think he's like a Trump supporter though, which kind of
very well may be.
Which kind of like, and I do agree, like you should keep your politics out of fucking sports, and even if you're like a musician or whatever, like you can't have Kanye West going up on stage being like fuck the Jews and then doing it like Kyle.
Yeah, you
can't have that. Like keep your politics out of shit. The same way you can't have someone going up on stage and like, you should vaccinate everybody. Vaccinate your animals.
Well, I was thinking that kind of makes me think. Like I used to like Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise movies, but I don't like Tom Cruise politics
or religion.
Or religion, really, yeah.
Well, in religion too, you should keep that shit out of whatever too, because it's like, why do I fucking care? Why would I care about your fucking religion, Kanye West, when you make music for hood beep from Chicago like me? I'm from the hood. I'm from O Block.
I'm from Oz.
I learned how to be trans from O Block because I'm a gang member.
I'm actually from 8 Mile.
Yeah, I'm from 8. Who's the guy? I forget the guy that shoots himself.
I'm Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob. Yeah, that's right. That I remember when that was a way to roast a person. They're just like, "You're Cheddar Bob," and everyone was like, "Oh," because Cheddar Bob fucking sucked.
Yeah, he was an idiot.
Cheddar Bob's almost equally as cool as a nickname as Broccoli Rob.
It's close.
It is close. You mix them both together, you get broccoli and cheddar Rob.
Ooh, that's a delicious Rob.
Delicious ass soup. My homeboy over here, you've been making fucking soup.
I have been making soups.
You're just like a Polish mom.
Mm-hmm. I made cinnamon rolls today.
Did you make them from scratch, or was it just like
just out of the thing that you go pop? and pops.
I'm gonna get you a frilly apron like how I have. Yeah, I fucking love cooking and wearing that thing, and I feel like a chef when I do.
Yeah, I just finished the bear, so now I've been using my special knife and
You've
just
just
chopping shit.
been fucking hairy, man.
Yeah.
Is that what the bear is about?
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's like a Chicago gay man that owns a restaurant, and then he fucks he hires the biggest hairiest men, and then he's just like, hey, come to my office really fast. I want to talk about a raise. Yeah. And then he's like, well, you gotta be gay now, buddy. Hey, what are you talking about? This is Chicago.
We gotta fucking.
Is that what the
That's what the show is?
Is that what the show is? It does he have the an accent where he's like, hey, fuck my mouth?
No, he does. So the main dude. Did you ever watch Shameless?
Yeah.
It's the kid that
Wild
played
Hogs
Lip.
guy.
Yeah, the kid that plays his son Lip is the main character of the bear.
Was it the gay kid?
No,
it's his brother.
His older brother, his cool brother that smokes cigarettes. So now he's a gay chef, and the dude who has a shitty accent is the guy that plays his cousin on the show, who's like the second in command.
I saw the pictures of the main guy in the show.
Yeah,
and we look stupid because this is an old ass show, but it is a Chicago. I avoid Chicago shows just because it's like I'm not a poser. I'm from here. You know, like fuck
I
that
look at
shit.
my fucking window, see that shit.
Yeah, but then when you see it, you're like, oh, I know where that is.
Well, that's the thing I hate about watching it or talking to other people about it, because everybody wants to be like, oh, that's where I was there and I've seen that, and oh, that's just like what I'm like, no, you don't do any of this shit. You fucking fuck you. This is gay.
Yeah, but the guy's eyes, he literally looks like you. Like he has like sunken in fucking eyes, and he just look hurt. It's clearly makeup, but he just like looks like
See, he needs makeup to look like as fucked up as I am.
Yeah, because he's like a.
You can't be dark. You can't be truly dark and depressed like me.
Yeah, like Jesse Smollett.
Mm-hmm.
He had the noose on when the fucking cops showed up to his
I
house.
just wanted you to see.
Yeah, Chicago TV shows are fucking sick, dude. That's shot in Chicago, right?
It is, yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
I think they finished up. Well, the strike's going on, but they had that run of like fucking every Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. Remember all that bullshit?
Yeah, funny story, dude. Like so. Like by the gym that I go to, there's like a fireplace, and these guys like literally being a firefighter must be the coolest fucking job in the world, because like every time I walk past this place, they have like a big, because this is during the day. I don't think there's that many fires during the day, which is kind of weird. But like, yeah, like every time I pass this thing, they have like a fucking weight bench, like a really nice garden in front of the fucking, and this is in Gay Town too.
Of course.
Every single one of these firefighters outside, like they have a garden in front, and they have the garage doors open. You can see their shiny fucking trucks. And then they have like a big screen TV, a fucking couch, and like a PlayStation 5 and shit. There's like three guys like with the overalls on, fucking with the t-shirts, and they're jacked. They look hot, dude. Like they literally look like Top Gun fucking guys, like, and they get that nice because they're gay and they want to be nice on the calendar, of course. Which I always thought that was a thing, and I've never.
That's the number one draw for the fire to be a fireman. You want to be on the calendar.
I always thought that was a thing, and never once have I ever seen a fireman's calendar, because I would buy one if there was like if they did do that and they had like a local whatever, and they're like, we're raising money for something and we're being fucking hot because we're fire guys and we're gay, I would pay for it. But every time I walk past this place, these guys are fucking like have the best, like they're having the best time, and they're just like smiling, like they have like a ping pong table, they're playing fucking ping pong and
they're
shit.
all just going down the pole. Whee!
Yeah, dude, they're just stripping on the pole and sucking each other's dicks.
See, that would be funny to me, is if you're like, oh, they have a PlayStation 5 and they have like all this other shit, but they're just all lined up to go down the slide. They're just going down the slide over and over
keep
again.
going down the slide over and over again. Yeah, why wouldn't they have a slide instead of a pole? That seems like so much safer.
Woo!
I want to see, because you never see like a fucking out of shape, like you see out of shape cops all the time, but you never really see like out of shape firefighters. except for like the guys that drive the not the fire truck.
EMTs or whatever.
No, the EMTs are different because that's a different branch. But I
Okay.
think that you have to get the same certification or some stupid shit. But you get paid nothing to be an EMT.
Exactly.
You get paid. You used it used
It's
to
like
be a
being
lot.
a pizza driver, basically.
Well, it used to be a lot because they used to be like, oh, well, if you're an EMT driver, you get paid $15 an hour, and that was the appeal of it because,
Yeah.
like, you
we
know,
were
in,
fighting for 15 back then.
in 2005, you were getting paid like fucking $6 an hour minimum in Chicago.
Fuck, they were getting paid trash.
Yeah, so they'd be like, well, you can go to school, get an EMT, you can get 15 an hour and have a good job. But then you find out like you see like terrible shit all the time, and you're just getting paid minimum wage, and then it's like 10 years later, you know,
got
they're like,
PTSD.
they're like, oh, well, minimum wage is fucking $15, and fuck everyone else that already makes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
It's
dude.
True.
So they should have raised those guys' wages, but they didn't because they're like, man, fuck it, we don't really have to.
It's not like you got to fight a fire or nothing.
Yeah, dude. I wonder how, because you never see people like, fuck the fire department, fuck the EMTs.
I wish firefighters had like karate training. They had to actually fight the fire.
Yeah, dude. Like they go in there with like water gloves.
They're
and,
firebenders.
like from the Mario game,
Yeah,
Super Mario Sunshine.
A sunshine. Hell, that
Yeah,
would be,
dude.
dude. That was a fireman. That'd be way cooler.
That's a badass book bag, dude.
They're like, oh, my cat's trapped in a tree, and
They just blast it
stuff.
with fucking water, or they
Or
like
they jetpack up.
yeah, they jetpack. I was just about to say, you got a jetpack up there, and then the cat's all pissed because it's wet.
Yeah.
And it's scratching all over, but they have the cool vests and the sexy muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lady fucks him afterwards because he saved her cat.
Yeah, it's the sexy Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that was another thing we were talking about.
Candy
that.
Kong, I think, was her name.
Yeah, well, and she was literally, she looked like Nicki Minaj. She was like in pink, and she had like fucking like blonde pigtails and shit. Nicki Minaj has had blonde pigtails before, but I'm just saying that because I feel
That's what it was. That
I
made
fe-
me think of her.
You know, I feel like they made that game to be racist to begin with, because it's like one thing to be Donkey Kong, but then you're going to have the Donkey Kong 64 where you open up with a rap song, first of all, and then you give the monkeys guns. And this is a 1995 game where, like, you know, gang violence was a huge thing, and Japan is racist as fuck. Like, not only did they give one character one of the monkey characters a gun, but they gave two of them a gun, like the main characters. And then it's just like, I forget the premise of the game, but I think that they're like, you know, like the whole premise is you have to like steal bananas from people or some shit.
I don't know. That game sucked. I hated that game.
It did super, because you had to get the expansion pack too, I think.
I think it came with it because it like the game would freeze if you didn't play it with it at that end or something like that.
There was a couple games where it was like you had to buy the and I like when they started introducing that, then I was like, dude, like video games are going to suck in the future. And then sure enough, everything's pay to play. But like it was Perfect Dark, and you had to get the expansion pack to play it, and it was like, dude, that game wasn't even like a single player game to begin with.
No.
But it was much better than GoldenEye. I would say it was a sequel to GoldenEye.
It was a spiritual sequel.
It was, and they had all the same characters, and that was the first time I ever seen them use bots in a video game. You can add computer players to the multiplayer, whatever. Because in GoldenEye it was just you versus the other guy, and you choose odd job.
Of course, slappers only.
Slappers only. That's right. Yeah. It's flappers only. It's in the 1920s, and they're just like, you know, I'm James Bond, and there's absolutely no consent at this time in history. Let's drive drunk.
What do you mean Spanish flu?
You
Get
know,
over here, you crazy.
I'm
thing.
not taking a vaccine, you fucking liberal.
Take some Mexican vaccine.
Yeah, I don't think it was that much of a problem back then when like but I do think that it's suspicious that it's like every 100 years there's just like some crazy plague. Did you see that conspiracy theory when you did your research?
What do you mean research?
Well, you love conspiracy theories and shit.
Yeah.
Well, there was one conspiracy theory where it was like, you know, the Spanish flu happened in the 1920s or some shit. And then they're like, oh, we need to get vaccines for that. And then, like, you know, that side of the fence was like, oh, well, they did it back then, too. They did it back then, too. And then I guess, like, 100 years before that, it was, like, like, bubonic plague or, like, fucking chlamydia or something. I don't even know. Like, something that was stupid, but it was, like, easily preventable with a vaccine.
I mean, in all fairness, back in the day, people used to die from getting, like, fucking hangnails. Until they, I got an infection, I'm dead now.
What was it? What was it, Matt? What like gave me that view is when I saw Master and Commander as a kid.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And it was like the kid that was the fucking literally just like, oh hey Captain, blah blah blah, and then like I think he breaks his arm and they just cut his fucking arm off. Like that,
It's the only way.
Dude, that traumatized me as a kid when I saw that because it was like my mom and stepdad were watching it, and I was just like, why would they do that? Like, and I was like, that's fucking retarded. And then they were just like, well, that's just how it was back then. I was like, nope. like these people are fucking retarded. I really love living in the future and having modern medicine.
Yeah.
And then now these people are just like, maybe we should cut off our arms if we break our arms. It's better that way. Who? They're just like bug collectors that like get all the STDs. They're just like, well, they're good for me. They're my microbiome. Why have a microbiome when you can have a big bug biome?
Super AIDS.
Yeah, dude. Have you heard of those people, like the bug collector people? They're just like,
I've heard of it. I've never seen anybody actually do it. Or actively searched for it or anything like that.
like what? I don't even think it's a thing, dude. Like I really don't. I think it's something someone made up where it's just like it's a boogeyman out there, dude. There's people out there like that.
Well, there probably are. There's fucking nuts-ass people. all over. There's people that want to, like, get their legs cut off and shit like that.
That shit's fucked up. Like the people who, like, I can understand pretending to be like your legs don't work if you're at Disney and you want a fucking wheelchair because you've been walking all day.
Yeah.
I understand that. Like that makes sense to me. But like the people who are just like, no, I truly, and I understand being trans too, obviously, because that's taboo. But it's like I get it, like that's reasonable. But then there's fucking like legit insane people out there that are just like, like I wish my legs didn't work, and then they literally throw themselves downstairs and shit, like just to like be like I want to be paralyzed.
Yeah, there's people that, like, tie the circulation off of their fucking arms and legs until they have to, like, actually get them amputated and shit.
I understand BME Pain Olympics. I can get that, you know, but I don't I do, dude. Like, and that's the hill that I'll die on. I understand why a person would do that because that's fucking metal.
Because you wake up and you're like, I want to chop my fucking dick
They're just
off.
like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is going to be the most metal thing in the world. I'm going to have a horse fuck me to death. Or just like, I get that. But it's like, dude, like, you're cutting off your fucking leg and like, you know, for no fucking like, just to be like, yeah, I wish I had just one leg. And then, like, you know, they go to therapy, and then the therapists are just like, don't, like, what can you do as a therapist? It's like, are you supposed to encourage it, or are you supposed to be like, yeah, I don't know about that?
I don't know. I just think it's funny imagining, like, reverse Lieutenant Dan, where somebody's all depressed, and then, like, you see them later, they're in the wheelchair, they're like, hey! They're all happy with their stuff.
They're, like, happy about getting their legs blown.
Yeah.
They're like, I feel good about this. Check out this
Let's go
fucking
get some
wheelie.
hookers.
What is it? My mom is in a wheelchair from all the fucking shit that she's going through.
Yeah.
And what was it? I saw her a couple, like, 2 weekends ago, and like she, you know, like she had her wheelchair and she like sat down on the couch, so I like had her wheelchair. I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Because I was like doing it super fast, and then like not only that, like
Is it a motorized one?
No, it's the arm one, which is like I like those better because I feel like you could do cooler shit with them.
You do wheelies on them.
You could do wheelies, and that's what I was doing. And it was like I did the wheelie, and I was just like I kept it in a wheelie for like at least 30 minutes, and I was just like you know doing. I felt like
a balloon man.
no, like those fucking hoverboards. I felt like a human version of one of those.
Very cool.
Yeah, and even my mom was impressed, and I was like, it's not that bad to be in a wheelchair, Mom. And I was like just trying to be nice, and I was like, no, but honestly, it was cool because I could do fucking sweet ass tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was it? I was trying. They have like this little stoop in their living room at my sister's house, like a little stair to go into like the next room. So I was like I was doing the wheelie and then like just trying to climb up the fucking stair. And then I fell over and I was like in a chair and my mom was all worried about me. And then I literally was like, I can do it, Mom. Stop it, Mom. Like, I can do this. Don't pity me. Literally, I did it, and I like climbed back in the chair, and she it made her laugh because that's just who she is as a person. She's like me, but a fucking boomer, so she's worse.
That happens. But that makes me my dad made me laugh today. So we had like the flooding and shit all going on. So my mom and dad were in the basement, and my mom's telling me this. They were like taking water, scooping like water that had flooded, and like
they're doing like pirate shit.
Yeah, they're doing some pirate type shit.
They
They're
had
like
a fireman.
Oh, we're going down.
They're yelling at you like, join this fireman's line. We
Yeah.
need to get this water out of the basement.
Yeah, but literally, they're basically doing that.
Did your basement flood again where you're going to fuck up your thing?
No. The basement didn't flood, but there was like, I don't know. There was water leaking in from like the walls. I don't know. That shit's all fucked up.
Yeah, you said your hot water heater blew up.
They fixed that. Yeah,
dude,
they
that's
fixed all
gay. That shit's expensive as fuck,
That was
dude.
a pain in the ass. Especially waking up and you turn on the shower and you're like, fuck, it's fucking cold.
Lucy's an HVAC certified, so if you ever have problems with that, just talk to her and she can do it for a good rate.
Oh, Lucy Boosie.
She's Juicy Lucy and she has a boosie.
That's true.
It is
She should
goddamn true.
advertise that.
If I was her and I had the name, I would do it no problem. But she doesn't think like me.
She shouldn't have a business mind.
I'd be like, I'm Juicy Lucy with the big old boosie. Come on down and fuck my pussy.
HVAC certified.
HVAC certified. This is for an HVAC business. No, I'm not a prostitute.
Not a prostitute.
Like, bussy is code word for Freon.
It's the fast talking.
There was I don't know if you remember, there was like some bitch in the early 2000s. She was like on all of those like talent shows, and she was like, I talk super fast. It's like, why wouldn't they give her that job? And she was like on all of those shows, like America's Got Talent. She did fucking like some other stupid talent show thing, and her whole thing was like she talks super fast. And it's like, dude,
dumb talent.
But it was pretty
It's
cool.
impressive, but it's stupid.
But they like robbed her from America's Got Talent because they're just like, oh, well, now you have to sing songs. And she's like, well, I don't sing. And they're like, well, now you do. And then you were like, well, you have to sing this song. And she was like, well, I don't know that song. And they're like, well, too bad, you have to do this song. So then like she did the song but fucked up the words because it's like she didn't even like the song. And then they're like, no, you're voted off because fuck you, And then they ended up, I think they like voted her back on, like the fans did. And then they did the same shit.
We want the girl that talks fast.
Like, and then they pulled some bullshit where it's like, well, in show business you have to do things you don't like suck Harvey Weinstein's cock.
This is true.
This is very true. And then Howard Stern is on there. He's just like, this is true. I threw hot dogs at plenty of prostitutes out of their pussies. Look at Beetlejuice. And then Beetlejuice is in the crowd. He's just like, yeah, fuck some pussy.
I bring them everywhere with me.
That would be fucking hilarious if, like, on America's Got Talent, like, the people from Howard Stern showed up at America's Got Talent, and then Howard Stern has to say something. Like, Beetlejuice comes on, he's just like, yeah, I want to rap right now. And then Howard Stern is like, we're sending this guy to Hollywood. I don't know, dude.
Golden buzzer.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is a star. I don't know, dude. They have the who is that fucking super racist guy on his show? I fucking forget.
On the Stern show?
Yeah. Was it Artie? I forget, dude.
I don't know.
Or is it like retard something? They had stupid ass names.
I think he's had like legit just KKK guys on, so I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly who.
There was one they had like.
I think there's a racist dwarf, if that's who you're thinking.
Yeah,
of.
the dwarf guy, and he's just like he's talking to Beetlejuice, who's like a legitimate. He's not even just like like a dwarf, but he's just like legitimately his brain is fucking retarded, dude. Like, and he's just like, oh yeah, fuck Beetlejuice. He's a, like, oh fuck you, like blah blah blah. And then Beetlejuice comes out. He's just like, no, I'm not. Like, I ain't black. he's just that fucking retarded. That's why Beetlejuice is the best, dude.
I was trying to search a racist dwarf and see if it would come up.
What is it? Beetlejuice. It's Beetlejuice versus something, dude. I hate YouTube now because you can't really search like, oh, what's the newest thing that post? It just like advertises shit.
Getting tired of them talking junk.
This is 27 minutes long.
Yeah, and the guy's just like, fuck Beetlejuice, he's a retard, and he wears diapers and shits his pants, which is all true. Like, it's all fucking true. But Beetlejuice always slams him down because he's just like, no, I'm not.
I heard what happened was that Beetlejuice. Tell me if this is true.
Who's a moron?
No. Beetlejuice. What happened when you saw him? You threw a cake on Hank at a hotel room.
That's right.
You did.
I stalked his ass. That's what he needs.
I bumped his
You
ass.
had some of your fucking. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, you had some of your cronies with you. Or else
I saw you right in the face.
You're lucky you didn't get your ass kicked.
You couldn't beat me, dude. I'll beat you in one in. I'll still knock you out.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, why come you slammed the door? How come you ran inside your own house? I'm about to ram you, boy.
I gotta tell
man,
you,
this brings me back to watching E back in the day.
I fucking love Beetlejuice, dude. Let's take a break.
And now Howard Stern is like,
Oh, he's woke.
let's have a fucking senator on, and I'm gonna talk to him.
Dude, and-
blah, blah, blah.
and
It's like
that-
you used to have literally racist drunk dwarves.
He would literally have the leader of KKK out, and then Robin would be like, "Oh, well, that's not nice to say." She would be like, "Well, they're just trying to replace us, and I think that we need to stand up to all these black monkeys." And then like Robin would be like, "Oh, Howie, that's not very nice. We'll ask him about his family." And then like they just like this guy would just look like a fucking retard for whatever. And then Howard Stern's just like, I hate podcasters because they're not real media. And it's like,
lazy. Yeah.
he's doing the same shit.
Here's a drunk dwarf. All right, we'll be back.
I'm starting it. My rose in my ass is in bloom. Na rose-budded ass. I always thought that was fucking disgusting when people are just like, "Oh, your prolapsed anus is a fucking rosebud." It's
That's
like
a disgusting
like-
terminology.
it's like, no, it isn't, dude. Like that. Well, there's so much nasty fucking terminology, dude. Like it literally disgusts. It disgusts me. But it's like at the same time, it's like, well, how else are you supposed to say it? Like wet ass pussy. Like there's not a
yeah, I don't like that either.
there's not a polite way to fucking be like, oh yeah, I'm an aroused female. It's the same. Like that's why it's easier to be a man because people expect men to be disgusting,
We can be as dirty as we want to be.
dirty boys, without the troubles of a bloody pussy.
That's the worst.
Dude, if I was to do stand-up comedy, that's literally, I think that I would kill just because it's like, I can do the anti-trans jokes. I can joke about it because it's a joke. Like, it's a fucking, like, people take the shit too seriously, and they say the shit that's funny, about trans people that like, they're just like, oh, they're weird, so they probably do weird sex. It's like, I can say that, but it's different. If a white person talks about slavery, it's much different.
Yeah.
Like I would kill, like literally I would just do jokes about, oh yeah, you guys ever have your period from your dick? score one for the boys, right? Like, and I'm sure people would fucking laugh because they're like, we can't fucking say that. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, you changed it. We never used it, dude. I thought
know.
it was such a good idea when we got this thing, but we could have just done a. Actually, no. The pod track is awesome. I take that back.
It's good for what it is.
Yeah, we can do man on the street stuff.
Yeah.
Trans man on the street.
Mm-hmm.
we didn't even talk about what was it? That cop that fucking he just like killed the Hispanic woman, and he's just like, yeah, fuck it. We'll tell the city to give her $10,000. She's 26. She's not even a valuable person at all. And then he's just like, got him.
Oh, I wasn't laughing at her.
Yeah, dude, that shit's, it's not funny that and what's funny, the death of the girl isn't funny, but the absolute carelessness of the officer afterwards. He's like, he's literally
just the inhumanity.
Yeah, dude, and he's literally on the phone, on the clock while driving and shit. Like, he's breaking the law. He's on the phone with some other guy on taxpayer dollars and shit, and he's like, yeah, dude, like, she's fucking dead, dude. Oh yeah, dude. It doesn't matter, dude. We'll mark it off $10,000. Only 26. She's not even valuable at all. He's like that.
Yeah, doing the Lex Luthor laugh at the end really sealed the deal for me.
He did, and it's funny because I think the family like foiled the obviously because this is so fucking funny is because these guys are just like, oh, that won't happen to me, but it happens to like every officer now, and they just don't care. Like, they just don't give a shit that they're like committing crimes and stuff.
I mean, who gives a shit?
That's why I'm happy that they have the body cams, because it makes a lot. Because that's what they should do. They should cut the police force money in half, and then like with the other half of the money, they should literally just hire fucking people who watch 4 body cams at a time, and make sure that the police aren't doing illegal shit, and then they just take notes during. Like, it's like internal investigations, but on a live stream, and then they're just like taking notes of like the in between chatter and shit between the police officer.
You could do that. Just get fucking people that watch Twitch all the time, and it's like you're basically watching a live Twitch stream.
Like, for real, like hire one autistic.
You're being a mod.
Yeah, dude. Hire a moderator and like get him some hot Cheetos and shit.
Bam.
Make sure he's autistic as shit,
Oh,
and then
hell
like.
yeah.
Fucking give him 6 officers at a time, and then he like watches it like live you know how they do live PD, and then they're just like, well, nothing exciting's happening here, let's go to the next one. And then it's like someone getting fucking arrested, and they're like, oh man, fuck, dude. And then the officers are just like, oh, don't mind me, I'm putting handcuffs on. They're like literally looking at the camera, flexing and shit. And then, like, after the shows, the officers end up, like, having shitloads of complaints and stuff and just, like, kill people. They're not as friendly as you thought.
You know what's crazy? I never really thought about it because it's a shitty movie, but Live PD is basically, there's a movie called Showtime with Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro from...
Really? I've never heard of this one.
It might be late 90s, early 2000, but... the plot of the movie is like Eddie Murphy is I think they're both cops. Eddie Murphy is like the younger cop or whatever, or something like that. But they start doing like a reality show about like following the police and like blah blah blah. It's basically like
did I
it's
ever,
what Live PD is now.
Dude, I was on Live PD and they didn't show it on TV. Did I ever tell you about that?
I don't think so.
Dude, it was so funny. This was like early into my transition, and I was living in fucking Lake Villa, which is like, it's not, it's not a township, so it's like part of the like the state. So like instead of the lake, instead of the actual police department, they'd send the county sheriff over and shit.
Tribal law.
Yeah, dude, they would send the sheriffs. But I was living in this subdivision where I met Lucy and shit. And at first I used to live at this. There was this bitch I knew. Her name was Mercedes, and she was like a black trans girl. Mm-hmm. But she was cool and all, and we had a cool friendship. But her mom was fucking insane. Like, she was literally like fucking insane. Like, and the whole appeal of it was like, you know, we're like, oh, well, we're going to rent a house and we'll fucking split the bill. And this bitch did something, and I literally was just making, like, you know what I do, you know, like, I do my thing. So, but this bitch also, like, she was fat and she ate like a monster, dude. Like, she would buy a bunch of Dollar General, like, beans and shit, and just like macaroni and just like all kinds of crazy canned shit. And she would do this every meal. And she would just open up a bunch of cans of shit that, like, didn't even go together. Like, she would have, like, lima beans and, like, tomato sauce. And then she would throw a bunch of, like, hard shells in there, you know, and then boil the shells in the thing and just make, like, weird fucking...
This sounds disgusting.
Yeah, dude, like, this bitch... Like, I don't... And yeah, she had, like, 3 smart cars, which I don't know if you know what a smart car is, but they're, like...
Yeah, they're tiny.
They're like the little tiny cars, but they're not even like you would think that they're electric, but it turns out that they're not even fucking electric. And I guess they're made by Mercedes, and that's why she was like, "Oh, I'm trans. I'm going to change my name to Mercedes." But yeah, like her fucking, and she had a really big gap tooth. Like, and but she was kind of cool, but her mom fucking sucked. Like, this lady, we were renting the house, and then this lady came in and she was just like, "Oh, well, you know, like, I had those chairs that my mom gave me, these fucking, like, nice-ass chairs that are made of leather and shit."
Right.
Or this chair, yeah. Like, they're nice-ass chairs, and, you know, like, my mom was going to give them to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring them over and put them in the living room. And then, like, the landlord, which was her mom, she was just like, "No, you're not. You can't do that. I'm gonna get furniture and put furniture in here." I'm like, "You're our fucking landlord, dude. Like, who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
You know? And I literally, like, stood up to her, and, like, the whole time, like, Mercedes, she was the type of person where she's like, "I don't stand up to my mom. I'm scared of my mom." And I'm just like, I don't care about this fucking bitch. Like, I'm renting a half and half with you, motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna get what I want, dude, because fuck it. So, like, I stood up to her, and, like, immediately she like, I was on her radar, and I was like, that's cool, because I love confrontation. So, like, I was there, I did all this, I was paying rent and all this other shit. And I guess, so, like, this lady just kept having problems with me and fucking, like, trying to make my life miserable and just showing up whenever she wanted. And I'm just like, you can't show up here, you know? Like, you can't fucking be here when I'm here. If you show up here, I'm going to take you to fucking court. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, you're not going to show up here when we're all alone and just, like, it's scary. I don't want you coming in my fucking house, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, that created problems between me and Mercedes. So, like, this lady tried to, like, get me out of the house and shit. So, like, she moved in these people who were definitely drug addicts, you know? And it was just some random people she met at a bus station. She was like, "Oh, well, I'm actually going to lease out the basement, you know, to these people." And I was like, dude, that's fucking bullshit. And they would be in there and, like, hang out in the garage all the time.
That's cool.
So I guess they fucked up the garage door opener, which it's like, I didn't even have a fucking car. So I would never use the garage opener to begin with. I would just go out the front door.
Yeah.
And they tried to blame that on me. And so, like, what was it? So we ended up going to court, and I, like, basically spanked their ass in court. Like, because I went to the judge, and I was like, yeah, by the way, like, this person sucks and they're fucking gay. And then, like what sucked about what fucked them is, like, this lady literally, like, showed up with a huge fucking binder for no reason. Like,
Just
and
to
she
look professional.
like, this lady was so ghetto, dude. Like, so fucking ghetto. Like, and I think that she was like, it was just one of those people where they're like, I'm going to get real estate because I'm going to get rich and I'm going to try to fuck people over.
No clue what they're doing.
So I was in court, and this lady fucking, like, what was it? She, like, was like trying to evict me or some shit, and we went to court, and the judge was just like, "You're a fucking idiot, and you can't do this. Like, fuck you, you stupid bitch." So I was literally just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna leave then. So what did I do? I moved right next door, like, and every time I seen her, I would, like, honk my horn at her and fucking, like, you know, I'd be like, "Oh, fuck you, you stupid bitch," like, blah blah blah. And then, like, so eventually, like, she got mad, and then she got pissed one day, and she, like, you know, she, like, first of all, she, like, called the police and, like, she was like, oh, I'm mad at this person, blah blah blah, you fuck this bitch. And this is like in the evening, because I was out there, and this is after we already went to court. And so I would see her and I'd be like, hey neighbor, how's it going? Because I literally moved next door just to be like, fuck you, because I'm a Bugs Bunny trans person. So I would do that, and you have no idea how bad that pissed this person off, that I was like right next door. And not only that, I was like, I'm paying less rent and blah blah. They have no problem that I play my drums and fucking play music all day, because this guy's at work all day. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, fuck you,
He has a
stupid
real
bitch.
job.
They don't give a shit that I'm a gay ass trans person. You know? And like, you know, like, so she got fucking mad. And then what was it? So she called the police on me, and I'm not even joking. Like, the police showed up, and you know, she called the police for no reason. So like, they're going to show up, but obviously there's nothing. I think she lied to the police and was like, "Oh, she hit me," but then they were just like, "That didn't fucking happen," you know, like, because other people were just like, "Yeah, that didn't happen," like blah blah blah. They were in each other's face, but nothing happened. So like, they literally showed up, and there was a fucking camera crew with them, and it was crazy because they showed, and they were video recording me, and this is like early into my transition. So I was just like, I don't want this shit on TV, you know? I don't want to be the trans person on a fucking TV program, you know? And I was like, what the hell is going on? Because they show up and they have like giant fucking lights.
You don't want to go
like,
viral like that.
Yeah, dude. But this was at least like, you know, like going viral wasn't really a fucking thing. They had Vine at this time. So it was like there was only like 3 famous people, you know? But yeah, like, this is what happened was it was like, before the police interaction, so like the police talked to the fucking the stupid mom, the stupid bitch, and then like, you know, while they were talking to them, like some fucking lady came up, and I thought she was a cop, but I was like, what is this? And they're like, oh, well, these are NDMAs or whatever, like, oh, because we're doing live PD.
This is Molly. We're all rolling right now.
Yeah, dude. But she was like, she came up with a clipboard, and she was like trying to convince me to do it. And then it's like some other guy who was like with them, I think he was like a lieutenant or some police chief. He was like, oh, well, we can help you more if you sign this. They twist your arm.
Yeah.
You know, and then they didn't even use the footage because it turned out like it was not an interaction at all. Like I literally was just like, clearly this lady's a stupid bitch. I live next door. Nothing happened. And then like they confirmed that, and it didn't even air because I was like all excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm the trashy trans woman in fucking Live PD now. But I thought that was fucked up that the person did say, they're like, well, we can help you more if you agree to this, which is like what the police would do anyway if you like they wanted to pin a crime on you. But I thought it was fucked up because they thought they were superstars. And then it turns out that the cop that was on that show like killed people and shit. And he's not as nice as you thought he was.
Turns out some police are actually bad people. Surprise, surprise.
It turns out they're people like me. People like you.
You know what people like me and people like you like? Monster Jam.
Dude, y'all, yeah, Monster Jam. That's a good transition, honey. Yeah, so I went to fucking Monster Jam like a couple days ago. But it was like a spur of the moment thing. Like I drove past the Allstate Arena and they had like a big fucking poster. And I guess David's brother came in town from India, and I was like, oh, well, this would be a cool thing to do. So we like all went there. And it was like, it's funny because it's like, you know, like we went there, we're like, oh yeah, there's probably going to be fucking like, oh, other people probably are like, this is badass, you know, this is probably like wrestling. I thought it was like wrestling where a bunch of nerds would go there and do it.
Yes.
But it was literally just all kids. It was like parents with it seemed like it was like single fathers and they brought their kids there.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it seems like that was the vibe that I was getting. It was like, you know, like it's like Trump guys, you know, they have their fucking hat. It was really funny, actually. The guy that was sitting in front of us, you know, he was with his 2 kids, but it's like he kept opening his phone. And the one thing that I noticed is it was like his background when he like unlocks his phone, because we're like, he has the big ass phone. It's 2023. You have a big ass phone, and it's like you can see everything. I couldn't help but notice like his home screen is literally just like a picture of himself, and he was like doing a fucking like bodybuilding pose. It's just himself. Like and you know, like his wife wasn't there, you know, like, so I'm assuming he was like, and I immediately do that, like in my head I paint these things. I'm like, oh, this guy,
I know everything about this guy.
I know everything about this guy. Like, this guy sucks. Like, he's a single father, and that was probably a picture he sent.
I mean, that's a pretty big red flag.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking fun. And he took his kids to Monster Jam and shit. But, like, his home screen, like, you could have had... Like, I would never have a picture of myself as my home...
Like, unless it was, like, you with a friend or a celebrity or something like that.
No, it was,
but
like...
just you?
It was, like, a selfie picture of him, like, but he was, like... You know, he puffed his chest out and was sucking in his stomach, and, like, you know, he did, like, a big bodybuilding smile, but he was taking the picture himself, and that was his background.
You have to be a narcissist to do that.
Oh, man, like, I could tell.
Who else is looking at your phone but you?
Yeah, dude. I know, right? Like, and I'm just like, does he open his... I don't know, dude.
Hey, check this out.
That was just one of the things.
That's me in the picture.
Like, even at Monster Jam, there's better things going on. But I saw that, and I was just like, why? Like,
I mean, that's a nice little scan.
That's funny as shit, dude. Like, I feel narcissistic when I, like, you know, like, post porn pictures of myself. And I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm literally trying to make money off of it. And this guy, like... He just, like, took time out of his night, and he was just like, yeah, I'm going to pose.
Oh, you know that was, like, take 37 also.
Fuck yeah, because he had, like, a big cheesy smile, you know? Like, and I could tell he was trying to do, like, the body, like, the way that the picture looked, and it was, like, zoomed in on him and shit, like, he zoomed it in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, this guy sucked. But yeah, no, like the whole thing was just for babies, and it was cool. But then, like, halfway through, I like looked around, like, after like my second beer, and I was just like, yeah, there's a lot of fucking kids here now that you mention it. And then, like, but it was still badass, dude. I had a good time. But yeah, that guy was a fucking faggot in front of us, and I found out. You know, I didn't know that. So, like Monster Jam is cooler than wrestling because it's a better business model. You don't have to keep the you can switch out the Undertaker, you know. And the Undertaker of Monster Jam is Gravedigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they get like spot. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't even know the fucking like. I went to Monster Jam and I didn't fucking understand not one bit of it. Like, they're just like, this is a competition. Like, and I was like, well, this is more or less like Nitro Circus, I feel like.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you know about Monster Jam?
Very little, except that there's things like that where I don't even understand how there's an economy for it. Because it's like,
oh, it's sold out.
I mean, I guess it does. So there's an audience, but it's like, oh yeah, like imagine you're like well, what's your job? I'm a monster truck driver.
Well, it was $50 a ticket, dude, and I think it was more like we spent. This is what's fucked up.
It was the Allstate, right? Like, that's a pretty. If you're selling that out, that's a lot of fucking money,
dude. Their concession stands is literally highway robbery, and let me fucking tell you, dude. Like, they literally have people that volunteer to sell the food there, and it was fucked up because we like spent $75 on 3 drinks, right?
Yep.
And then like after we spent that much money, this bitch had the nerve to be like, "Do you want to donate to some youth program? We're all volunteering here, and that's what we're trying to do." And I literally was just like, "They're fucking. You're going to charge." And I literally said this. I was like, "You're not getting paid to be here." And she's like, "No, not at all. No, we're here volunteering." I'm like, "You're volunteering for the Allstate Arena." Like, owned by Allstate, you know, like they couldn't even pay you to fucking be here, and she was like, "No, that's why you need to whatever." We didn't donate, but then like on the way walking back, I'm like, "Dude, this place is fucking bullshit."
Yeah.
Like, the tickets were $60. We bought 3 fucking drinks, and that's the price of a fucking ticket.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The last time I went to the Allstate was a long fucking time ago.
That's crazy. It landed like that.
But I went to go see WWE. It was SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
This is like 2015 or 16 maybe. And I remember I went with my cousins. They were like, "Oh, we'll buy you the ticket. Like, just come with us or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, thanks for buying me a ticket. I'll get the first round of beers." And it was like literally about the same price.
Dude, it's bullshit, dude.
Yeah, it was insane.
What was it? They had like a bar on the side of the concession booth, and I saw it, and I was like, yeah, let's fucking. And it wasn't even a bar. It's like one of those fucking like makeshift bars where they like set it up and it has wheels on the bottom and shit.
Yeah.
But it looks nice. And I was like, oh well, this is obviously where we get beer. We go to this one. It's like a fucking Miller Lite is $25. But then like halfway through the show, and David was just like, I don't know about a second drink. And I was like, dude, come on, we gotta get a fucking second drink. We go back up to the concession booth. And it was like right next to the bar one. They're selling drinks for fucking like $15. And it was the same drinks. And it was like the one right next to it was like, nah, we're like fucking $25
It doesn't
each.
make any sense.
No, it doesn't, dude. And I was like, and they're not, and that was when we found out that they're not even paying the people. And I was like, well, they got some slave labor here at the Allstate Arena.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
That's gay.
No, dude, like they do rip you off, dude. That Rammstein show, that was reasonable. But you can't bring a fucking book bag there that isn't see-through.
Was Rammstein at Allstate?
No, I think they're at the football. I think at the Allstate is hockey. They have like 3 different arenas and shit. They don't do the shows at the baseball arenas, I think, but they do the one.
Well, they do stuff at Wrigley sometimes. I think Billy Joel played at Wrigley, if I'm not mistaken.
Who was which one is the football stadium?
Soldier.
Yeah, dude, they do a lot of them at Soldier Field. That was where we saw Rammstein, I think.
Bold. I get the name.
Dude, but it is funny. I guess I told you this earlier. Like, fucking Jason Aldean did a show out here.
Yes.
Oh, this shit's so fucking funny. He did a show out here, so it's like, like the people who are because like I don't know anybody who's like, I love Jason Aldean, I love fucking country music, So it's like people from out of town, and they're just like, yeah, we gotta go see Jason Aldean, and they're like, oh well, where's the concert? It's in fucking Chicago. So it's already these people are fucking like, they're like, oh, we gotta go to Chicago, but we gotta do it. We gotta see fucking Jason Aldean. You literally people from Chicago, they're just like, oh, Jason Aldean's coming to town. Well, we're gonna go do a fucking American flag barbecue right in the parking lot, because it's like there's literally a line in the song. They're like, oh, try that in a small town, and then like people did it. There's no footage from it, but there was like some news article where someone did it, and I fucking laughed so hard. I was like, like the person walking into the fucking Jason, like the Republican guy who's just like, like he's like, it's not my town. I guess I can't do anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem. That's where they got him in the trap, is that it's technically a big town, not a small town, so it's okay.
It's a big ass town.
It's a big ass town.
Dude, that's funny though. They had it's just like I'm imagining like it's a bunch of like fucking Antifa people. They're just burning America. Like that probably hypes them up more. What if it was a publicity stunt?
It's all psyop, yeah.
Because that would jive me up to go into, like a MAGA rally if I was in the parking lot and I saw a bunch of people doing that. I'm just like,
drag queens burning the flag, yeah.
This fucking country has gone to shit. They're burning American flags out here. They're just like, don't you have something back? And that's the funny thing, is because like these people are in the parking lot fucking burning American flags in the parking lot. And then these people will be like, don't you have anything better to do today? Get a job. But they're at a they're literally at a concert. Like fucking enjoying their time.
That it takes time off on their day at the factory to go see Jason.
They're lying. They're like, I'm going to the dentist.
Yeah.
But they never go to the dentist because they don't have any teeth. They have fucking bad teeth.
Real bad teeth.
They have teefers and toofers.
Geefers and goofers. Ooh.
Hey-o. Yeah, we're close. No, we got time. We can do like 15 more minutes.
Oh.
You got any funny shit?
I don't know. Russell Brand is being arrested for rape. They Cosby'd his ass.
They friendsed him. Was that or no? That's a '70s show. My bad.
Yeah, no, yes, he got fucked also, but he fucked. He's going away for 30 years. Russell Brand is like just recent, like literally like just yesterday was like 4 women were like, yeah, this dude raped me. But I don't know. He's a weird ass fucking guy because.
He's always been weird.
I thought he was cool back in the day.
I don't understand how he ever got famous, honestly, because I was just like, he came out of nowhere, and I was just like, who the fuck is this guy?
He literally was like an emo comedian. He was like a British emo comedian, kind of, because he had like the crazy hair and all that shit or whatever. And so we were like, this guy's cool. And then he did that movie with Jonah Hill.
Get Him to the Greek. That was a good ass. That was a funny fucking movie.
Oh no, he did Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That was like the first big one, I think, with him.
Yeah, but he was like a side character.
Yeah,
though.
and then Get Him to the Greek was like his big thing. And then he pretty much fell off after that. And now he just became a Joe Rogan type guy.
He did. That's what those British guys do now, dude. They come forward and they're just like, I've lived in America and I understand how black people are, and I make tons of money and I understand Trump.
Well, I think during the pandemic I started watching some of his shit because he was used to just be like, oh, like spiritual type, like fucking, oh, do mushrooms and trip out and love everybody and blah blah blah. And then he was like, and now I'm doing an interview with Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson, and I'm like, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, he's doing like circuit shit.
Yeah, I don't know. And it was all the fucking weird right wing fucking nut jobs. So that's never a good sign.
That's what they do. Like now they have like Russell Brand on, and then like they interview Rob Schneider and shit.
Yeah,
and they're just and then like these people go on and they're just like, no, I'm not famous anymore because I'm a victim. Not because I'm a fucking shitty actor and already had a good run.
Yeah, no, not because Deuce Bigelow 2 flopped.
Dude, Deuce Bigelow 2 sucked dick, but the first one was a hammer of a good movie.
I still say that's a huge bitch all the time.
Well, oh, that's a huge bitch.
Anytime.
Dude, I love the... yeah, dude, like, not only was it like he hit all the margins of fucking, like, shit, like people not liking certain women. They're just like, oh yeah. He never dated like an ugly woman though, you know, like he was just like with a fucking tall bitch,
a fat woman, tall bitch, or not OCD, what was it, Tourette's?
Yeah, dude, she had, and then the bitch that falls asleep.
Oh yeah, narcolepsy. That was a good one.
Dude, that's fucking funny. She pays for a prostitute and she like falls asleep all the time.
That's kind of a funny thing too, to think about. Like all those women were just like, "Oh, my disability keeps me from dating, so I'm gonna pay for a shitty male prostitute."
I love how Hollywood, which is like the gayest place in the world, they're just like, "Yeah, we're gonna make a movie where the gigolo actually fucks nothing but women." like that.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Because he'd be like fucking a bunch of dudes and shit.
It'd be all old guys.
Yeah, dude, it'd all be old guys. And
we should remake Deuce Bigelow, and it's just him. He's like, oh shit.
He's just like, oh shit. He gets the first, you know how the movie starts and he gets a call from the lady and she shows up. She has the fucking dog. It's actually just Larry Sinclair and he sounds like a lady. And then he shows up there. He's just like, oh, you're fucking Larry Sinclair. And he's like, well, I got all these condoms and I want you to act like a German man. And then his like dog is going crazy in the back.
I was looking to have a good time.
I just wanted to do some crack cocaine.
Would you be interested in a 3-way with my friend Barry?
I call him a 3-gay.
A 3-gay.
With three guys. It's a 3-guy.
It's a 3-guy kind of gay thing.
Dude, yeah, but fucking... Didn't Russell Brand date like Katy Perry and shit?
I think so.
Dude, Katy Perry's another one that fucking... Yeah, they should just like fucking straight up leave politics out of shit, because that's when like, you know, like it either goes one way or the other way. It's crazy to me. Like Katy Perry wasn't like the second that she became like political.
What did she do?
She just... I don't know. I know that she made the blackface shoe, and I showed you that.
Oh, yeah. that was a weird one.
But she's also like, I don't think that was her idea. I think she signed off on it. But because they also made a white shoe. But it was like his bad taste to have the black version of it.
Bad look, yeah.
It's bad taste. And I don't even know if she knew that there was a black version of the face shoe. But it definitely looked like a black face shoe when it was black. So, but then after that, you know, like then she got into politics. She's like, I fucking hate Donald Trump. And then she was on America's Got Talent forever.
Well, hey.
Yeah, but she makes fucking bangers. She does make bangers, dude.
I mean, when's the last time though?
She had dude, it was like
Dark Horse?
No, dude, she had around that time I think it was Swish Swish Bish. Which was a fucking.
I don't remember that one.
It was a good ass song. It was swish swish bish, another one in the basket. Boom, 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 boom. She does make bangers when she wants to, but then it's like she did the Super Bowl the one year, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm doing America's Got Talent."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's such a cop. It's whatever. It's hard to write music, so if you're just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get paid and do nothing," I don't blame you. It's whatever.
I love the idea where it's like, you know, they're like...
Didn't the Maroon 5 guy do that forever?
Dude, yeah,
Isn't he on like The Voice or some shit for like 20 years?
He did. My favorite was when he has like just like straight up thug tattoos and shit.
Fucking loser.
He showed up. He looks hardcore as shit, and he was on stage. He was like shredded, and he's on stage, and he's just like, this is at the Super Bowl, and he's just like... This next, he looks hardcore, and then everybody made the memes where he's like, everyone circle the fucking pit. This next one is called She Will Be Loved. She will be loved. It's like, why would you get those tattoos? And his like tattoos sucked too. Like they're just like, it said like San Francisco on his stomach or some shit. I don't even remember, but they looked like thug tattoos. Like,
yeah, can you give me the gay version of the Tupac tattoo?
Yeah, he's like, I want to be white Tupac and make gay fucking music.
Just the gayest music.
I want to be just like Tupac and make gay music for white people, and they will love it.
I got the moves. Like they used to play that at the
Moves
fucking
Like
at my
Jagger?
work all the time. I hate that fucking song.
That's a good ass song, dude. Moves Like Jagger. That was when I was like, oh well, you can have funky bass lines and new age music. Like, hell yeah, he does have moves like Jagger. This white boy. I was like, I didn't even know that this guy was white. That's Black Man singing that song.
That must be Black Man.
Maroon 5, you mean Dark Skin 5. And he was just a member of the Jackson 5 before he became Maroon 5.
There we go.
Dude, yeah, those guys suck, dude. Pearl Jam's a much better jam fucking thing.
I was thinking about Tom Pearl Jam.
Tom Pearl Jam. He eats shit and then he sings the song, and that's why he sounds bad. He just eats a bowl of shit before he sings Lead Bed.
I was trying to think of what's a good one.
You're like,
have shit in your mouth and then be like,
"Girl, me also smoking. I'm proud of eating my shit. I'm broken. When I been on a town and I've been in a scene and I've been in now today." He just throws one word. Oh, I know that one.
I always, like I said, it'd be like recording and be like being the engineer who had to be like, yeah, that was a good take.
You did great.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that one.
We're gonna put this one in Joe Dirt. You just fucking wait. What was the sketch we came up with the karaoke before we started recording? I completely forget, but it was a good idea. We do, the air guitar.
Oh yeah, doing Freebird and then just singing the guitar solo.
So just because the song's literally like a minute long, the vocal parts, and then it's just like 8 minutes of a guitar solo, and you just fucking go ham on the guitar solo, but you have like. It'd be even funnier. You go on stage with a fucking book bag, and then you pull a Guitar Hero fucking.
Hell yeah.
And you just go crazy and do like AC/DC spins on the floor, and then I would expect everyone to applaud you afterwards.
Yeah, they would be forced to.
They'd be forced to. I want another person to come out and do air drums with you and shit, like just at that spot.
Hell yeah.
Dude. and then you just keep going up and doing that shit. It's like, well, this is another song that I wrote, and it's just YYZ by YYZ by Brush. And you're up there like you're playing drums this time. You're like, I'm actually gonna play drums this time because I like the drums better in this song. And also, I'm gay. I came here completely sober.
I don't drink. I don't even like music.
You go up on stage, you're like, I came here alone, and this song is for me. This song's dedicated to me. You're cocky, but you do karaoke.
Hell yeah. You wear a leather jacket because you're cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. You convert to Judaism because you want to be racist to everyone else.
Well, that's how you do it.
I thought that shit was wild when I saw it, because I saw it and I was like, that's crazy. Like, you'd expect these people to be like nicer and shit, but it's like the adult people were nice, but it was like the kids were just like very ignorant.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are, I mean, whatever. It's still the Middle East. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't even know why I fucking care. I think I care about other shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. You could see little kids being just racist and rude.
You know what I thought would be a funny gag? I was thinking about this the other day. Is like, if you get like drag queens to like show up to Trump rallies and just be like, for Trump, and then just set up shop and just start reading stories. Just like set up. Like,
we'll just have them be reading The Art of the Deal.
Yeah, that's what or like the Bible or something.
Yes,
like
exactly.
they're reading shit they want to hear.
Yeah.
And then like I want to have like a person, like a fake news outlet, and have them like interview the people and be like, well, how do you feel about this person? And they're just like, oh, they're indoctrinating children. And you're just like, well, they're reading the Bible and they love Trump. And then like as they say that, the person's just like, I fucking love Trump. And they're just like, well, the whole goal would just to be get them to say, well, I fucking hate gay people.
I just don't like gay people.
I fucking hate gay people. That's why I don't like them. They'll never say it, though.
They won't.
They'll never say it.
That's the best thing about being or knowing a racist or like seeing racist people is as soon as you call them a racist, they're like, what are you talking about?
What? Me? Huh? I employ a black person as a janitor.
I know like 7 black people.
Yeah, I have a couple. I mean, I know a couple.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't know what racism is, dude. Like, fuck, bro. Like, I've seen The Color Purple.
I've seen The Color Blue.
I know The Color Blue, and that's a lifestyle.
You can't trick me. I've seen all the colors.
I see all colors, but white the best. Dude, I fucking love the fact that these people just show up at school board meetings and just act like assholes, and then like the school board people are just like, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. They're like, we're talking about lunch funding.
Yeah. Well, I don't like these all these teachers giving my kids hormones in school, and they're like, excuse me,
dude. It's becoming comical now. It's like the Uganda thing where the guy's like, I've done the research, and then he just shows up with gay porn.
Damn, I wish we could hire that guy to come into school, like just go to every school meeting and do his presentation.
Dude, but it's funny because these people will see that and they'll be like, these guys are dumb because they sound stupid. But then like they're doing the same thing but trying to sound smart about it.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking hilarious to me. And they don't have a choice because they're poor anyway, and their kids have to go to public school anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're what are they gonna do? Homeschool the kids and then be even fucking dumber? Who gives a shit?
And that's exactly what they do. And they get the Pranger U classes where they're just like, yeah, actually, you know what? Black people don't exist. They were never a thing, and actually, white people created them, and his name was Bakub.
There we go.
And they literally steal black culture again, and that's what the Pranger U.
Damn, you know how mad the fucking black hoteps would be if we stole we made white hoteps?
Dude, they make Yakub a good guy.
Yeah, they're like, what the, you motherfuckers, white devils.
Well, that's what they did with Scientology, I feel like. I feel like that's literally fucking like black Israelite shit until the 1980s, and they're like, black people have money too, and then they let the black people into the church. The hoteps know better though. They think everyone's a devil, even the mixed skin people. I feel bad for those guys, dude.
Guyentology.
Guyentology, and it's just a gay religion.
We just talk about guy.
That would be a funny idea for like a dance club, and it's just literally just like, no, this is just a church, and you have to pay homage, and then you show up there, you're like, here's the blood of Christ, but you can have as much as you want. Just be responsible, and it costs $10.
Yeah, I'm a member of Guyentology.
And it's just a gay club, and you do poppers and like fucking have gay sex and shit.
When they check your readings, they shove it up your ass.
Yeah, dude. 'Cause you remember the thing where the guy was like, he had the church where they smoked weed or something.
Yeah, that
like,
dude's cool.
Well, this is my religion, and this was before marijuana was legal.
Yeah,
and
he was one of the first loopholers.
Yeah, dude. And they're just like, oh, well, this is our religion, so we can smoke weed because blah blah blah. You can't come at us at religion. And then the government's just like,
How dare you?
They just make a gay. They just make a gay sex club. And you're just like, no, this is our religion. Yeah, that would piss off so many Christians, dude.
The religion of gay sex.
But it would be very popular, also. I think.
I would assume yes.
People would show, and they would call it the Manhole. I don't think there's one gay club called the Manhole, and that makes me sad.
I have a feeling there's probably a lot called that.
I don't think so at all, dude. I don't think there's one gay, because it's too obvious, I feel like. Like Jackhammer, that's like, man.
Oh, the gays are all about subtlety.
Well, and they like to name their shit after like village people stuff. Like, the Jackhammer, I don't know, like the fucking, I don't know, like the Indian Club.
The pirate's booty.
The nightstick.
The nightstick.
Because the cop, I don't know.
The
The one that I think is funny here in Chicago is called Steamworks, and it's just a gay bathhouse.
Hell yeah.
And like fucking fat guys show up there, and they're just like, and they're like all shy, and then they just like come up to people all shy, and they're just like, "Can I suck your dick?" And then like they get turned down, and they're just like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then they run away.
That's funny.
That shit's hilarious.
What an embarrassing life to live,
dude. Yeah, and it costs a lot of money to go to that place.
I gotta go get turned down at the gay night.
They lock up. It's so funny because they like take your ID. They have like bulletproof glass in the beginning part. It's like when you go and get a gun or something. They have like to a pawn shop. You go in the room where they're going to pay you the money, and it's like a room that has like it's like a closet, and then they put the thing between the glass. They take your ID and like $15, and then they like take your wallet and phone and fucking lock them in the thing. And I was like, why? Why would you? I don't understand that, dude. Like, what is someone going to come in here and I don't understand the.
They don't
point
want
of
nobody
that.
taking videos of the gay sex.
Like they rape somebody in there or some shit. But I don't know. Like you can be naked in there, and they have a fucking like a workout room upstairs. But it's like nobody's
going there to.
Nobody
work out.
goes there to work out, dude. Because I went up there and I was like all excited, and I was like, oh, there's a workout room in here. But then I go in there, and it's like everything has dust on it, and I was like. Because I go to the gym all the time, I'm like, oh, well, if something has dust on it, like, nobody fucking works out, obviously.
That's funny.
It was pretty funny. There wasn't even jizz on any of the equipment. You'd expect that.
That's what I would think, too. It'd be like, oh, you figure there might be guys fucking on the bar or bench or something like that,
I just remember from that place, like, you go into, like, they have the big room that's like a giant jacuzzi that's like kind of a maze sort of thing.
Yes.
But then you go into the next room and it's just like a sauna, Dude, the sauna smelled fucking terrible, dude.
I can only imagine how disgusting it must smell.
Dude, it smelled so fucking bad. It smelled like, like bad Chicago water. It wasn't like shit, but it was like, like the bad Chicago water when it's like, we need to close the bathroom door, because you can smell the pipes.
Yeah.
That's what it smelled like, and I was like, bro, this is a bad appeal for a fucking gay club.
That's a rough smell.
It's like, how can you even have gay sex in a fucking sauna? That sounds like miserable. I want the AC on and shit.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Gay sex is gross. We all agree.
That's very dice of you.
I think we can all agree on that.
It's like, man, fucking gay sex is disgusting.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I think we can all agree gay people should go to hell.
Dude, they should. I wish that there was a Christian comedian and like that was just all of his jokes. It was just like, well, in the Bible it says gay people are fucking faggots. Woo! We're Christian. It's okay. He's like, and like in between his bits, he's just like, this reminds me of a story of Abraham. And he hated gay people, by the way. Mm-hmm. And he said, get her done.
There you go.
It's just Larry the Cable Guy, but he's religious.
Mm-hmm. He's got 8 wives.
So he's Muslim?
Yes.
Or what? Not Muslim. What's the American one?
Mormon?
Mormon.
Yeah, I think they can do that. Or maybe they still can. Who knows? It's America. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. If I want 12 wives, I want them.
You should be able to get fucked to death by your own horse. And that should be okay. And nobody should be like, oh, that's weird. Let's put it on the internet and share it to all of our friends. This should just be normal. It's not like he was the horse fucking the other horse. And I think that's where people were like, okay, well, that's okay. It's not animal abuse because the horse was enjoying it.
Yeah, let's normalize getting raped to death by a horse.
Do you think the horse enjoyed? Because the video, it wasn't like he forced the horse to fuck him. No. Like
I don't think the horse did not enjoy it.
Well, his dick was hard the whole time.
That was kind of the problem.
Obviously, but then people were like, I don't think that's animal abuse, but it's definitely a sex crime. I think it's a sex crime, but the horse I consider animal abuse like.
Imagine if they had to put the horse down.
You have to put the horse down because the guy fucking raped his horse. The horse is just like, I didn't know. They have to have the horse on. They used to do that shit in like the 1600s. They would literally have people's animals on trial in fucking like legal trials.
Yeah, well, I like the idea of if a horse fucks a man, it's like when a dog bites a guy. It's like he's got a taste for human blood now. It's like, well, he's got a taste for it now. He's gonna want human pussy.
Well, yeah, dude, he has a lust for human woman.
We gotta put him down.
Oh man, he's gone ravenous.
Ravenous.
Yeah, in the 1600s, I saw this shit and I thought it was so fucking funny. And it was like, yeah, so they used to have their legal system. This is when they wore like powdered wigs and shit. They would like accuse people of being witches. Like if like somebody's animal got out and like shit in the street or like fucking like eat somebody's grass or fuck up their fence. They would literally have court about that because they literally had nothing better to do, and they're just like, well, we have to look good for this society.
Well, that was like reality TV back then.
It was.
We're going to fucking court.
Well, that's why court is public because like how it used to be is it's like now you see people that show up to court things and by themselves just to watch it. They're just like, that guy's a fucking weirdo, like that guy's fucking weird. But that used to be the hobby back then because they had nothing fucking better to do, and the whole town would show up, and they would do stupid shit. Like there'd be like a chicken that got out and fucking like fucked up a restaurant, and they'd just be like, well, this is the death trial of Nancy's chicken, and they would have to get lawyers and shit and like
hang the chicken.
They would, and then they would have public executions of the animal, and then they would eat the animal, and it was like a village thing. They would like all be like, oh yeah, definitely we should kill that guy. We're gonna have barbecue afterwards.
Every animal's gonna die because everybody's like, fuck, we can eat.
Dude, and then like the farmer, just imagine being the fucking farmer. He's just like, please don't kill Betsy, please. It's all our family has. And it's like literally serious for them. It's like a serious trial because it's like, oh, that's this guy's livelihood. He's just like, well, you're a bad farmer. I don't know. And then
Fuck you, that cow sucks.
the other lawyer would just be like, well, Your Honor, this man over here, he's a bad pet owner. We caught him. I heard he fucked his cow, and that's why he got the devils in him.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Johnny Cochran of cow lawyers has to be Indian.
Oh yeah, dude, they fucking love cows out there. I don't know if it's Muslim or what's the other Hindu. Yeah, that's the one.
Bindu.
Bindu.
Nintendo.
Nintendo. We love fucking Nintendo.
I love Nintendo.
They're 10 years behind. They're just like, we love Sega Dreamcast.
Have you ever played the Hogan's Alley? The light gun is so fun.
Dude, you know what? You never hear like full on Indian guys on the Xbox chat.
Well, we gotta fix that.
So I wonder.
Let's bring it back.
I wonder if they are like they just don't play video games out there.
Well, it's that, and I think they like region locked a lot of shit now. So it's like because there's so many scammers from like India that they just don't let you play with them anymore.
Yeah, those guys fucking suck. Every time I get one of those calls where it's like, oh, we're fucking Bank of America, and they're not. I don't even use Bank of America, so that's why it's funny.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're Bank of America. You need to give us 62 iTunes cards.
Yeah, I straight up look forward to those calls, and I fuck with those guys every single time, and I'm just like. It's not like I'm outwardly just like, fuck you, Allah Akbar, faggot.
Right.
I just like straight up, I try to keep them on the line as long as I possibly can. And I'm just like, can you repeat that? Can you please repeat that? I didn't hear you. You're breaking. I'm so sorry. And then they'll be like, they'll call me a gender, and then I'll be like, oh, you're gonna misgender me, and you're a representative of a fucking bank, and then they'll act nice, but then they're like also frustrated because they're just criminals that can't land the score. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm getting in my car now, and I like dangle my keys in front of the fucking.
You just make noises.
Well, what I do is I go on my TV and I look up engine noises on my fucking thing, and then the whole time I'm just acting like I'm in traffic, and I'm just like, oh boy, oh I don't know if where are you from again? And then they'll be like, oh, my name is Larry Smith. I'm from Chicago, like you said. I'm like, oh, you're from out here, huh? And I just like,
you're from out here.
I'm just making small talk with these guys, and they're just on the phone. You can tell they're getting more and more frustrated, and then like it gets to the point where they're just like, fuck you, you need to do what I tell you to do. You need to fucking do what I tell you to do. And I'm just like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah, you're being very rude.
I'm just like, well, this isn't very, very professional. I believe that you're Bank of America, but you need to change your attitude. You know, and I'm just like, I didn't hear you, and you're acting like this. And I'm just like reasonable with them, but I act like I'm doing it. And then I'll just like keep saying the card number wrong. And then they keep trying to punch it in. They're just like, no, that doesn't work. I'm just like, well, you got to try it again. Let me give you the numbers again. And I'll read the same numbers. And they're just like, no, that doesn't work. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, the police are coming to your door right now. And then I think that they like, one of the times the guy like played the siren noise in the background. I think he held up his phone to the thing. I'm like, oh, I can hear the police outside right now. Hey, I'm fucking scared, dude. I'm scared to even leave to get the Google card now. And I'm going to get fucking arrested outside. Just like, just go fucking get it, you bitch. They get so fucking mad.
Oh, jeez. Well, another good time had by everybody. Trolling the fucking jag-offs on the phone and being gay forever.
The one guy I follow, it's like Mark Rober. He's like some fucking like super smart guy. I guess he's an engineer or something, but he sends the glitter bombs and shit. And they like literally triangulate these people's position and like hack their fucking like video cameras in the building. And then he sends like these boxes filled with cockroaches and fucking rats and shit. and then like they get released in their fucking building and shit. And then like they have the security cameras of these guys like freaking out and shit. And then like they'll spam their calls, so it's like every time that they call, they talk to some guy, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, you're fucking gay," like, "Oh blah blah blah," and they're just like, "Oh, the FBI is on to us." And it's just like fucking like people doing it for their free time and shit. I think that that's so fucking funny, dude. That's how you get these guys.
If I had time to waste like that, it would be fun. God damn, I'm fucking tired.
Well, we can wrap this bad boy up. I think it's we had a couple good ones.
Here, I got a good song for all of us. Thanks for hanging around, guys. We'll see you later.
I wish I didn't tuck my dick.
Tell him.
I pinch my dick when I pull it back. I can't wear my leggings with a bulge. And when you fuck my ass, I call it my pussy.